Jaya Jaya Madhava Jaya
Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Jayate
Gokula Karuni Mandala Mahite
Gokula Karuni Mandala Mahite
Gokula Karuni Mandala Mahite
Gokula Karuni Mandala Mahite
Namodarati Vardhana Vesha Hari Nishkuta Vrinda Vipinesha
Namodarati Vardhana Vesha Hari Nishkuta Vrinda Vipinesha
Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava
Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava
Rupanuga Navasashi Lekhe Lalita Sakirguna Ramita Vishate
Rupanuga Navasashi Lekhe Lalita Sakirguna Ramita Vishate
Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava
Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava
Harinam Guru Mai Karuna Bharite Janaka Sanatana Bhumika Charite
Karunam Guru Mai Karunam Harite Sanaka Sanatana Bhumika Charite
Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava
Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava
Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava
Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Sri Radhe
Tapta Kanchana Gorangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sukadesi Pranamami Hari
Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sukadesi Pranamami Hari
Vrindavaneshwari Radhe Radhe
Vrindavaneshwari Radhe Radhe
Vrindavaneshwari Radhe Radhe
Vrindavaneshwari Radhe Radhe
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Shrimati Radharani ki
Jai.
Shri Gurudev ki
Jai.
Gaura Bhakta-vrindam ki
Jai.
Gaura Premanandi. Who want to start? Prabhuji, everyone is waiting. You should start.
We waiting for you.
So, whenever we see when devotees, so this is very informal, just Ishtagoshti we are talking about, the topic of today. So whenever devotees, they start the class, there is always in the beginning, there is Mangalacharan. And basically Mangalacharan, like you see sometimes when you go to cinema, before movie, there are a bunch of commercials. So sometimes devotees think that this Mangalacharan and Jai Radha Madhava is kind of like this beginning before the real thing start the class. So still devotees talking outside, and then the Jai Radha Madhava will finish, then they come in. When there is Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, then it's like okay, gathering time. But this Mangalacharan is very important. It's not like just something preview to the real thing. So Mangalacharan basically have three purpose, meaning. Prabhupada said it's like a auspicious invocation, so this is the first thing. That's why to bring everyone to the same platform. Because someone is rushing from work, coming for the class. Maybe he's stuck in the traffic, maybe someone had just fight, maybe someone lost the key and is disturbed. So when people come, and for these 10 minutes when they sing Jai Radha Madhava, and they sing all the prayers, so this is the moment that everyone can go ahead to this at least Sattva Gun, like the same platform, so that they can realize. Then we call Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Vasudev is a resigning deity of consciousness. Like we know Bhagavatam is describing the different deities, like even when we do the tilak, Keshavaya Nama, Govindaya Nama, all the 12 names of Lord Vishnu, Govindaya resting on the neck. So there are residing deities of different places. So the same, this Vasudev is a deity of the consciousness. So when we want to understand something, this is that's why we are actually revoking his name. So this Mangalacharan is to set us to the same mood, so we can receive something. The second purpose is, Mangalacharan also is showing the topic of Katha. So many times when you see when devotees will speak about, let's say there is Balaram Jayanti, and there is Radhashtami, they will chant different prayers according to the situation. So they're also like showing us the topic, what's going to be today, what we're going to discuss. And there is Ratha Yatra, there will be some Jagannath prayers, etc. So topic of Katha. And also, at the end, Mangalacharan is also showing and disclosing what is our Ishtadev. That's why all our prayers, Hare Radha Krishna, Tapta Kanchana, Hare Krishna Karuna Sindhu. So we always chant these prayers. So there are these three reasons for Mangalacharan. So when there's Radhashtami, also we chant different prayers for Srimati Radharani's pleasure and to establish mood. So all these three purposes are there covered. So this is simple Mangalacharan. Sometimes we don't realize how important it is and how deep meaning is there. Like every aspect in Krishna consciousness, so many levels. So there is this prayer. Aradhya Bhagavan Vrajesha Tanayas Taddama Vrindavanam Ramya Kachit Upasana Prajavadu Vargan Vakalpitam Srimad Bhagavatam Pramana Amalam Prema Pumartamam Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Daminam Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Yeah. So you can see what is Krishna is like. So I think this is not exactly Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur wrote, but I think he makes some comments about it. But this is the main philosophy in like very, very short. Everything is included in this few shlokas. So Krishna is a worshipable Lord, and as worshipable Krishna is, the same way his Dham is worshipable. So the same way you worship Krishna, then we worship Vrindavan Dham. So because today is Radhashtami, we are talking mainly about Srimati Radharani. Srimati Radharani loves Vrindavan so much. According to this verse, you worship Krishna, you worship Vrindavan. So Srimati Radharani loves Vrindavan so much. Prabodhananda Saraswati wrote this Vrindavan Mahimamrita, and there are such beautiful verses. And many of them they describe Radharani's love to Vrindavan. So we usually hear Vrindavan have 12 forests, which is not true. It's like a general. There are 12 main forests in Vrindavan. Because the number of forests I heard is like over 150 something, 156 the number I remember, but again, it will be just main forest or like more prominent forest, because they are unlimited. So one on the verse in this Vrindavan Mahimamrita, Prabodhananda Saraswati wrote, that Srimati Radharani is so much in love with Vrindavan. Imagine the madness of Srimati Radharani. If she hear that there is new forest in Braja, she just hear the message, she starts running. She doesn't know the name of the forest, she doesn't know the direction. She just run. You know, if someone will tell you, there is new pizza place in the city. Oh no, not even in the city, there is new pizza place. You just run. You don't know where. You don't know what is the name, what is the direction. So this is how Srimati Radharani loved Vrindavan. Can you imagine that? Doesn't know the name, doesn't know the direction. She already gone, looking for this new forest, because this forest will give pleasure to Krishna. Or the lila can happen in this new scenario. So Srimati Radharani like that. How wonderful and beautiful the love of Srimati Radharani is. So we were thinking there is this famous, very famous verse from Chaitanya Charitamrita when Kaviraj Goswami is describing the special role of Srimati Radharani. The Radharani is Krishna's guru. It's a very famous verse. I think everything disappeared on me. Okay, so this is Adi Lila, 4th chapter, 124. There is, in our own home, my home, Namahata, there was one Mataji, she was speaking. I think there was Gaura Purnima. She was like a younger devotee, and devotees asked her to speak on Gaura Katha. And then she picked one verse, and this verse has not purport. There is no purport by Srila Prabhupada. And she said, so I picked the verse which has no purport. Means like, you know, different meaning. Not like, it was not purport by Prabhupada, but it's like without any meaning. There is one verse without any meaning. Everyone started laughing. So actually this verse, even if such an important verse, Srila Prabhupada didn't write the purport to this verse. So again, so etiquette is...
What's the verse number?
It's Adi
Lila?
Yes. 124. So etiquette is, these things we should know. The etiquette is, wherever there is a shloka without any purport, devotees don't discuss. If you see in the big temples, and sometimes happen for few verses, there is no purport by Srila Prabhupada. So then devotees will read many, up to any verse with the purport, and then they will start speaking. Etiquette is there. If Prabhupada didn't give a purport, why are you going to give purport? So you see, Krishna consciousness is very subtle. And in higher, then the subtleties are even more. Like sometimes we discuss in Vaishnava Aparat. So Vaishnava Aparat, you know, the Puranas describe the first offense against holy name to 7 different subcategories. And there is included like verbally insulting Vaishnava, and there is also killing of the Vaishnava. So this is kind of gross offense. But like I said, in higher, the more subtle law is applying. So when Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur came to Radhakund, and he was reading from Kaviraj Goswami in CC, the mantra Gayatri is having 24.5 syllables. And then he counted himself and it was 25. And then he said, oh, Kaviraj Goswami committed mistake. It's very subtle. For the second in his mind this doubt came. And Kaviraj Goswami said, Vishwanath Chakravarti said, I committed offense to the lotus feet of Kaviraj Goswami. I will fast till my death. He decided to commit suicide because of this very short, subtle offense. I did mistake, I have to die. My life is useless. I'm committing offenses to such a acharya. So you see, in more subtle, in more higher, the subtleties are so important with the Krishna consciousness. So finally, Srimati Radharani has to come and explain the grammar to Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur to pacify and then he could understand that Kaviraj Goswami is not wrong. And then he understood and Srimati Radharani said, please don't commit suicide. It's not needed. Srimati Radharani is so merciful.
Yeah.
So let's go to this verse, just read the verse, even though there is no purport, but we're just speaking, so this is not official class. But it's a beautiful verse, and Srila Guru Govinda Maharaj was using this verse all the time, many devotees in Vrindavan, it's a very famous verse. Radhikara prema guru ami shishyanata sada aminata mridye nachaye udbata. The love of Radhika is my teacher, and I'm her dancing pupil. Her prema makes me dance various novel dances. So you can see that Krishna himself, and Krishna is this samasti guru, is a guru for everyone, is a teacher for whole world. But Krishna is admitting that my guru is Srimati Radharani's love. And in which category, in which area in love? This is Krishna's guru. This is Srimati Radharani is teaching Krishna to love. And different dances. There is very beautiful lila. I had this lila from Sachinandan Maharaj. When Krishna saw how Srimati Radharani is an expert with everything. All arts, Srimati Radharani is the best. And she is also the topmost dancer. So Krishna decided, I will learn Bharatnatyam from Srimati Radharani. And then gopis start laughing. Laughing like anything. Actually, this Krishna Lila, sometimes they're very cruel. Krishna will say something and everyone is laughing. Krishna is feeling like nobody like him. And it's like, this very famous story when small boys, they were teasing Krishna. Krishna, your father and mother are white and you are black. You're not son of Mother Yashoda. Krishna was like, I'm orphan? Krishna was so depressed. So sometimes you see, and then cowherd boys were helping. No, Krishna, don't worry. And Krishna get little hope. Krishna, don't worry, I know why you are black. And Krishna get little hope. And said, Krishna, when you were young, you were drinking milk from the black cow. And Krishna again, they just teasing me, they laughing at me. Then another cowherd boy will say, Krishna, don't cry, don't worry. Again, Krishna gets some hope. And then Krishna said, okay, why, so what's the news? I know why you're black. And then cowherd boy will say, you were born in the midnight. And Krishna again, like, okay, this is not really good reason. Then another cowherd boy will help. Krishna, don't worry, don't be depressed. I know why I know why you're black. And Krishna again was so happy, he will learn something. He said, because your character is black. No. So you see, they are teasing all the time. And 10th canto there is described why Krishna is black. Such a beautiful description. Because love of the gopis. Gopis, when they see Krishna, they drink Krishna's beauty through eyes. And through eyes, they pull Krishna inside their heart. So when the Krishna comes through the eyes of the gopis' eyes, going there inside, what is on gopis' eyes? Black kajal. So Krishna is getting this kajal on his body. That's why Krishna become black. This verse is there in Kajal.
Kajal means
the black mascara. So this is how Krishna is black. This is Rasika explanation. So, but we are talking how they are teasing each other. So Krishna decided to learn dance from Srimati Radharani, and gopis say, look, Radhika, she is not like a primary teacher. She is like a topmost. She is like a PhD teacher. She doesn't teach newcomers. She will teach only like professional dancer, even to increase, to be better. Krishna, before if you want to apply to Radharani's school, you have to show how you are dancing. And then Krishna did something, and they were laughing like anything. Krishna, you have like wooden legs. You don't know anything. You don't know any dancing. You are terrible in this. There is no way Srimati Radharani will waste her time and teach you. You are unteachable. You are useless as a student. You cannot be. So what Krishna did, kind of like a Ekalavya. Krishna installed deity of Srimati Radharani, and in the middle of forest, when no one could see, Krishna was learning dance from the deity of Srimati Radharani. And gopis, because they have spices everywhere. They spy. Cowherd boys, they spy on Srimati Radharani's groups, and the different gopis, Sakis, they spying on Krishna and cowherd boys. So then, Sakis running around in the forest, they could hear some ding ding ding, some uncle bells were making beautiful sound, and they're looking through the bushes, and they see Krishna is dancing, and it's very beautiful dance, and they just grab Krishna as a criminal, because they see Radharani's deities. Krishna didn't ask permission, so they grab Krishna in front of Srimati Radharani, and they say he is guilty. He was learning dance from you
statue.
without asking and without paying any Guru Dakshina. He's a criminal. Krishna is criminal. So then gopis decided, after teasing and teasing, Srimati Radharani said, you have to pay Guru Dakshin now, because you learn from me, but now you have to pay. You have to give Guru Dakshin. So then Krishna promised something very amazing. This is childhood pastimes. And then that time, Krishna said, I will repay you, because look, what I took from you was a dance lessons. And I'm going to repay you with the most beautiful dance in the universe. And this is how Rasa dance happened. The Rasa dance the Rasa Lila is repaying Krishna for the dance class.
Guru Dakshana.
Guru Dakshina, yes. So this you see how Rasika, all those topics are, how they are going together. So this is Aradhyo Bhagavan Vrajashatana, is Taddama Vrindavana. Ramya Kachit Upasana, czyli the worship. Vrajavadu, this is how Gopi worship, we're supposed to worship Krishna. This is the topmost worship. So we see in this situation, like yesterday Guru Maharaj was saying, the Radharani is a topmost person who can love Krishna, who know how to love Krishna, who can teach how to love Krishna. So in this loving affair, Radharani, she is a guru of Krishna. She can teach everyone. Srimati Radharani is also very merciful. Very merciful. We know there is this prayer, Radha Kripa Kataksha, when Radharani is just giving the sideland glances. They never stare like, we are foreigner, and sometimes when we go to different places in India, people, they don't have like a filter. They can do like this. You're in the bus or in the...
Staring at it.
Like, they see some like wild animal, like in the zoo. It's like... So, Radharani never look like that. Never, because they're very subtle. They will never say, Krishna, I love you. Krishna will never say, Radharani, I love you. It's not, this is gross language.
Yes.
They're very subtle, very beautiful. Everything there is poetic. So even how Radharani, Guru Maharaj mentioned yesterday, how Radharani walks like a swan. Then how she speaks. And again, this point, how she look even. Never direct. So Srimati Radharani always is just giving these sidelong glances. Radha Kripa Kataksha. And it is said in Shastra that Srimati Radharani is dividing her glances into 4 categories, which is very amazing. She always is looking at Krishna. Her vision is always divided by 4. She always looking at Krishna. She always is looking at the older, like Jatila Kutila. She always has to look. If they're going to criticize her, if they're not watching, if Radharani go to forest, meet Krishna, if they are not walking behind, if they're not following, to check what she's doing. So she is looking at Krishna, looking at the other people, like older gopis, like Vrishabhanu, Jatila Kutila. So she is also watching, if they are not shy to control her. Srimati Radharani also is looking at all countless Sakis and Manjaris, always looking, giving help, inspiration, exchanging love, talking about Krishna. So always Srimati Radharani also, this is 3. And the 4th, which is the most amazing, and this is showing Srimati Radharani's mercy upon us. Srimati Radharani, 1/4 of Radharani's glance goes to conditioned jivas. How merciful. Look, you sharing equal glance of Srimati Radharani as Krishna. 1/4 go to you, 1/4 goes to Krishna. Can you imagine that? How merciful Srimati Radharani is. So that's why one of the name of Srimati Radharani is Karunamayi. Her whole body is made of compassion. This is how wonderful Srimati Radharani is. And Srimati Radharani is serving Krishna in different ways, but like Srila Gaur Govinda Maharaj said, and there is this book, Embankment on Separation. So if the river have the natural flow, there are 2 embankments are needed. 2 banks of the river, they have to be left, right, southwest, northeast, or southwest. So always have to be, otherwise the river cannot flow. So the same, this love, this prema, this lila between Radha and Krishna, there are also these 2 currents. There is one is Sambhog and one is Vipralambha. So there is meeting and there is this separation. Otherwise this love cannot flow. It will be stagnant, or less dynamic, less dramatic. So Srimati Radharani as well, also she experiences all those emotions. Even though she is the topmost devotee, doesn't mean she always enjoying Krishna's association. So this Vipralambha has to be there. So this Vipralambha is divided by 3 main categories. There is Purvarag, when love and beloved, they develop attachment without even meeting. They never met, but they already love each other. They just heard. Like a good example is Rukmini Devi. Rukmini only heard about Krishna, and she decided, up to such an extent, she decided to run away from her wedding. She sent the letter with the Brahmana to Krishna, please kidnap me. And she never met Krishna before, she just heard about Krishna. So this is this Purvarag, when you develop love, attachment, and this feeling of separation, this love in separation, without even meeting the person. The second is Man, when you are in full ecstasy, when you meet in person, but sometimes you are sitting next to each other, like Radha and Krishna on the swing, and someone will say the bees will come, and they chase away the bees because Radharani is scared, afraid, and they say Madhu is gone, and Srimati Radharani starts crying because she thinks she took the other meaning, not Madhu as a bee, but Madhu as Madhusudan. Madhusudan is gone, and Srimati Radharani is crying, and Madhusudan, Krishna is sitting next to Srimati Radharani. So this is Man. They together, but with this madness, they experience this Vipralambha. There is separation, but they are together, the next to each other sitting. And then another one is, the last is this Purvarag, Man, and I think Prema Vaicitya, when when Krishna goes for the longer, there is separation, and Krishna goes away. Means like Krishna goes to the forest, and Krishna, for whole day Krishna is not there, and Krishna is with cowherd boys and taking care of cows. Or when Krishna goes to Mathura Pravas, Krishna goes for 100 years, Gopi will not see Krishna. So this is another different category of separation. But this Purvarag, so how Srimati Radharani experienced this Purvarag? This is very beautiful and very sweet lila. Srimati Radharani was walking in the Brajabhumi, and she was very, very depressed. So the gopis, Sakis, they see that our Thakurani, our Swamini, she's unhappy. So they say, Srimati Radharani, what happened? What happened? How can we help you? And she said, I'm fully lost. I'm cursed. I'm the worst person in the universe. And they say, why? How can you say this, Srimati Radharani? How can you say this? He said, I'm in love with 3 different men. And Srimati Radharani said, I don't know what to do. I'm such a low-class person. I love 3 different men. And I don't know what to do with that. And they say, how? Which? What? Tell us about that. So Srimati Radharani said, I was once in the forest of Vrindavan and I could hear the sweet music of a flute. And it was so amazing. I'm in love with this flute player. I don't know him, I haven't seen him, but I am completely in love. I love him. And then once I saw this beautiful, I heard about this beautiful boy. He's a Nanda Maharaj's son. I don't know who he is, but I heard different stories about him, and I'm completely in love with him also. So I love the flute player, and I love the Nanda Maharaj's son, so I don't know what to do. And the third, I don't know if she heard or she see maybe some blackish boy, and she also said, I'm completely in love with him. So I love 3 different men, and this is completely against any Vedic Dharma and women Dharma. So what can I do? My life is completely terrible. And Sakis, they just start laughing because they already know. And he said, Radharani, don't you worry. We can help you. Srimati Lalita Devi, she's an expert in drawing different pictures and make like a photo. Just from describing the person, she can do. So then Srimati Radharani was describing all these 3 different men which she is in love with, and the Lalita was drawing. And then finally Lalita could solve the picture to Srimati Radharani, and this was the Krishna. And they start laughing. They said, Radharani, don't worry, this is one person. There are not 3 different people. This is all Brajendra Nandan Krishna. So Srimati Radharani was very pacified and very happy. So this is how manifesting all different leelas, Radha and Krishna, they're always sweet. Again, our acharyas, Guru Maharaj was always saying, Srila Guru Govinda Maharaj was saying, Srila Prabhupada, Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj always give warning. Because in Krishna consciousness we have many rules and regulations. And mostly you can divide by 2. Anukul, pratikul, favorable, unfavorable, do and don't do. So we can speak whole day how beautiful Radharani is and all these amazing leelas, but there is also warning. Everything has to be done according to adhikar, because you cannot over enjoy these rasika pastimes, because you become sahajiya. If it's not up to your level, instead of helping, you will just poison yourself. It's very dangerous in one sense. If you do unauthorized reading, better is do like a proper hearing. If you hear from Guru, from senior devotees, especially those kind of leelas. So that's why always warning is there. There is this beautiful verse. I'm completely in love with this verse. I got this verse. I cannot say, but there was a bunch of like different prayers from Haridas Thakur, and there is one of them was this verse. I'm not sure if this verse belonged to him or just put together, but this verse is saying the Krishna Lila is like a nectar, and is a nectar of rivers, and those rivers are flowing in. There are 1,000 rivers, and they're flowing in 100,000 different directions. So there is a nectar of lila, nectar, flowing everywhere. This is Krishna Lila, nectarian lila, as a different lakes, different rivers. It's a river because it's very dynamic, it's wonderful, it's always happening something. It's always wonderful. You don't know how gonna happen. It is Radharani is crying, Radharani is dying, Krishna is dying. It's so much dynamic, so many emotions. So Krishna Lila is like a river of nectar. 1,000 different streams, 100 directions. But Gaura Lila is like a pond, very peaceful pond. And the swan-like devotees, Paramahamsa devotees, they can swim very peacefully. So this verse is saying only that much. But you can just see this verse, analyze this verse. How easy is comparing swimming in the peaceful lake, pond, and swimming in the very dynamic river. You can drown very easily. Every year in Mayapur, we have, I will say, from 2 to 5 devotees will drown in Ganga. Every year. One day, last year I guess, unfortunate.
Suicide, bro.
No. Just bathing in Ganga or swimming, taking swim. Everyone thinks he's an expert swimmer, but not to Mother Ganga. It's very powerful. And there are also undercurrent. So on top it look like peaceful, but undercurrent can pull you, do whatever with you. You don't even realize. And last year we had one day, 2 devotees in one day left. So you see, you are not such an expert. So the same, this Krishna Lila, as a powerful river, we have to be very careful. That's why Gaura Lila is more
Pond.
It's like a pond, but it's more, how you say? It's opposite of danger.
Safe.
It's safe. Gaura Lila is very safe. Because we are conditioned souls. We are hearing about Radha Krishna Lilas, and in our brain is just love between men and women. But we have no idea. What is this? It's comparing iron to gold, or even, I will say, gold and the stool. The love and lust is such a thing, you cannot compare. It will be very big offense. So that's why always we have this Radharani beautiful Leelas, but we have to also judge our own adhikar. And everyone is just Radhe Radhe, is very dangerous. We heard from some senior devotees from Vrindavan, they told us that Vrindavan is, we're talking about this Bhauma Vrindavan. Vrindavan is 100% devotion and 100% deviation. So now you be the judge. It's not easy. If you are advanced devotee, you just get the 100% of devotion. If you are mixed, this deviation will come. And this deviation comes from this sahajiya, how you say, unauthorized or immaturely accepting some Raganuga principles, etc. But this comes because of Radha Krishna Lila. And why Gaura Lila is so safe? Because all associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they in the male body. All the gopis, sakis, they came as a different Brahmana friends of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So this Lila is more safe. There is no, like externally, any romantic or dealing between boys and girls. So Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, when he came to Radhakund and he was speaking during Radhashtami day, and when everyone was, I think there was maybe Kartik, and Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj was supposed to speak some beautiful esoteric Leelas at Radhakund in the most auspicious month of Kartik. This is Radharani month. Purushottam is Krishna's month. Purushottam Mas, this is Krishna's month, and Kartik is Radharani month. So at that moment everyone was expecting that Saraswati Thakur will give all this beautiful katha, and Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj started speaking Ishopanishad. And for 1 month he was just speaking like general philosophy. So this is also like teachings. Guru Maharaj said yesterday, it's not for public. Amongst devotees we discuss, but also never discuss without philosophy, without tattva, without warning. Don't just tell lila, 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 because then become mundane. One time, devotees, they put in the desk of Srila Prabhupada the picture of Srimati Radharani. And Srila Prabhupada said, where is Krishna? There was only picture of Radharani. Prabhupada said, where is Krishna's photo? Where is Krishna? And Prabhupada said, without Krishna, Srimati Radharani is a mundane girl. Not like she is a mundane girl, but what Prabhupada meant, I guess, if I can make a guess, means if you see, worship Radharani alone, she becomes like a mundane girl for you. So never worship Srimati Radharani separately. Because she doesn't want to be separated from Krishna, so why you are doing like that? So this is as much I can say, share, and as a Ishta Goshti, everyone should say something. Hare Krishna. Jai Srimati Radharani ki Jai. Jai Srimati Radharani Mahamahotsav ki Jai. Hare Krishna.